Well, congratulations on organising this week. I know it was a huge logistical effort because it was across Asia for all employees. Why was this so critical to Smith & Nephew and its employee engagement and performance, especially during this time?
In this current challenging times, I guess, while employees are currently operating remotely, largely into anxiety, so it was far important and fundamental to keep them engaged. And coaching had gave us that platform where we could bring everyone together and start having that conversation, break that ice, and communicate with each one of them, irrespective there is a manager-managing relation or an employee-subordinate relation or within peers.
I am a strong believer that to make sure that we have a strong, high-performing culture, we need to have the right, forum to encourage that. So that is why Coaching Week has been planned at the beginning of this year to make sure that we create the culture of coaching. Making sure the employees are comfortable to be coached, and that is why throughout this whole week, at every lunch and learn, you will hear about different coaching aspects, from different coaches, from external, to teach us about coaching. For me personally, over the last few years, I've seen how coaching has benefited our employees. Number one, it helps to create self-awareness. It helps us to really understand our own self-awareness. What are we lacking? Open up blind spots. I've seen how coaching have actually created better employee engagement within the organization. And more importantly, I've seen how coaching have actually increased the performance for our employees and the organization and winning in the market.
So Kitsuda-san, why were you so passionate about, tell me more, building on Yograj, having this for all employees, having employees feel responsible? Tell me more about that.
We had this debate actually in Asia Pacific HR teams, whether we only invite for the managers or the whole entire population, and we agreed to have all the employees session, at least a part of it. And I can probably share my story. The best experience of my being coachee too many years ago, I had one best coach, and then he started to ask every question to get some thought from me. And I didn't know what is the coaching flaws. And then I was with all the tears because I am trying to answer my to my questions. However, the question comes over and over.
Yeah.
And then once I got to know, okay, the coaching is what is drawing something inside from me out. And if I know it, the coach can be very effective. So I really want everyone to know coaching is something not from the coach tells me, us, what to do.
Yeah.
Instead of I, as a coachee, to think what's already in my inside, and a coach will help us to make it more visible and in a structured way. And I really want everyone to know it to make the coaching experience best for their life.
I have been very fortunate to have undergone the coaching process way back in my career, and in many ways that has really helped and chiseled the leadership ability in me very differently than what I would have been had it not been for that coaching. And one of the ways it worked was it purely relies on the coachee's understanding of the problem statement, where it is important for the coachee to understand what is it that he is trying to solve or fix. And the coach acts as a facilitator, as a non-directive facilitator, but does not work on giving solutions. Enables the coachee to really kind of think through on the solutions and come through it.
How does it link to Smith & Nephew's values?
Right. We call it as the culture. we started to have the three culture pillars 2018 that includes care, collaboration, and then courage. And this will match very well what we would expect the coaching would benefit us.
Yes.
The coachee would feel they are cared.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching is never been coach tells us, but it's a collaborative effort between a coach and a coachee again. And then courage. Always the people are having an aspiration to be better, to do something greater, and the coaching will make it possible. So I am very supportive the coaching initiative we wanted to implement that will realize the strongest to our culture.
Focus on coaching. Coaching is going to be a critical part of our culture. It will help us figure out how can we provide each other with necessary development tips, how can we figure out ways and methods and plans and initiatives that would allow our development to be a lot more proactive.
Yograj, from the week, and again, you, although you're very modest, you really primarily organized this in the background, even though it was sponsored by leaders. Okay, I give you that. Two-part question, what are you most proud of? And what did you learn about yourself from the week?
Oh, I guess the entire workshop was planned for an Asia Pacific where we had almost 5 different countries, and these are not countries, these are almost like a continent, having a different culture, different time zones, and different people background. So getting all of them together on single time with single code in a single platform was challenging, and I was very skeptical at the beginning how people will respond. But when we had very first session, and thank you for sparing the time and launching this entire coaching week, and we could see that response collectively of more than 600, 800 people are on the call. I guess that gives a sense of motivation that people are willing to learn more, and I could make that platform available to them. So that was great sense of an achievement and joy for me to answer your first question. Second, to my learning, which I got conscious or aware about myself, is I can do such large event. I was not aware that I could manage, and to be very candid, the entire concept was coined by Joseph. I implemented it, but I never knew I could implement it for an Asia Pacific, because so far I was operating only in India and for India, and this entire event wouldn't have possible without team members like A2, all the HR team members, Joseph for guiding and directing, and all those leadership coaches like you who had helped us to build structure and deliver this program.
So, thanks, Yograj. Kitsuda-san, why did you smile when Yograj kind of talked about, he discovered something about himself that he didn't know that he didn't know?
No, I'm just recording, I see, Yograj did great work organizing this, great event. I also have some wonder if we could make it. But he did. But through this process, we also had a great coach to tell, working with us. It's already the great coaching process.
Every organization has their culture, their value system, and if we imbibe that value system and culture in coaching, we can have an amazing outcome and result for all of us.